In this video we're going to try and address a problem on percentages which causes no end of problems for lots and lots of students in the examination. Because at first glance it seems to be quite a straightforward percentage calculation, this type of problem. But it is actually quite a tricky little question, and we've got two things that you've got to be aware of. One is actually the mechanical process of working out the answer. But even more important, I would suggest, is actually spotting the question in the first place and realising it's one of these trickier ones, so then you can then apply the methods that I'm going to show you. So let's just have a look at this question and see if I can explain slowly to you what's going on and see if this makes sense. An item is bought for £100 inclusive of 15% VAT. What is the price exclusive of VAT? Well, if somebody wasn't really thinking straight, or perhaps they hadn't done their revision or whatever, and they went about tackling this question, this is what a lot of people would be tempted to do. They would probably see the 15%, see the £100, and they'd probably work this out. Now, this is not the right answer, so I wouldn't make a note about this if you're copying. A lot of people would work out 15% of £100. Well, because the figures are so easy, you know, £15 straight away. 15% of £100 is £15. And an item is bought for £100 inclusive of VAT, so that includes the VAT, so the previous price, therefore the previous price without the VAT would be, what, £85? Do it in your head, nice and easy. And lots of people would think that's the right answer. Well, it's fundamentally the wrong answer. Why is it the wrong answer? Well, if you think about it, a shopkeeper, if the shopkeeper actually wanted to be selling an item for £85, then the VAT that they're going to charge would be 15% of £85. Okay? And they're going to add that on to the £85 to get the price ticket on the item. So if you worked out, well, 10% of £85 is £8.50. 5%, so 10% is £8.50, we'll do this very quickly. 5% would be £4.25, half of that, so if you add them up you get £12.75. So if the original item that the shopkeeper wants to sell is £85, and that's the price without VAT, that's what the shopkeeper wants, then the VAT would be £12.75, so add the two together, you're going to get £97.75 as the price ticket on the item. Well, the item was actually £100, not £97.75. It doesn't seem to make sense. Well, it's a very simple principle. The VAT is priced or charged on the original cost. Now, the original cost, if you look at the question there, you do not know what the original cost of the item is. 15%, I've just wiped that out accidentally there, so I'll just fill that back in. The original cost is not given. You know what the final cost is, but you don't know the original cost. So you can't work out 15%, like you did here, 15% of something, because you don't know what that something is. It's 15% of the original price without VAT that is getting charged at 15%, not 15% of the final cost. Let me just rub this out, because you shouldn't be copying any of that down, because that's the wrong way to go about this question. So what you've got is an amount of money, okay, this is just explaining it, okay, you've got an amount of money, plus you've got the VAT, and that gives you a final answer, which is £100. So you've got an amount of money, plus VAT, gives you the £100. And the VAT is 15% of whatever that is. Okay, it's not of the £100. So it's an amount of money plus 15% of that money gives you a final answer of £100. Right. There are many ways of working this through, but I'm going to show you a little technique which makes use of work that we did in previous videos, where if you increase something by a percentage, there is a very quick little method that you can do it if you've got, for example, a calculator. And quite often these questions are calculator-based questions. So this is a calculator technique I'm showing you here. If you take something and you want to increase it by 15%, to get the final answer, then the quickest way of taking this and increasing it by 15% to get that is to simply multiply it by 1.15. If you remember that from a previous video, multiplied by 1.15 gives you a 15% increase. So something times by 1.15, that's a 15% increase, gives you an answer of £100. Now, I don't want to know what that is because I know £100. What I want to do is go the reverse way and go backwards from the £100 and find out what was the price before the 15% VAT was added. Well, if you're going that way, you times by 1.15. So to go the other way, you do the opposite. You share by 1.15. Okay, you share by 1.15. So therefore, the price exclusive of VAT, you take the £100 and you divide by 1.15. So if I reach for a calculator now, because that's not a nice calculation to do, 100 share by 1.15 gives you an answer to the nearest penny of £86.96. And that's what the actual shopkeeper gets. 86.96 goes to the shopkeeper, and the remainder of the £100 price tag goes as VAT to the government. So that is the price that the shopkeeper wants. And if there was no VAT being charged by the government, that is the price that you would pay. And as you can see, it's not the same as £85, which we worked out previously. Let me just do a very quick check. If you take £86.96 and you increase that by 15%, it should go back to the £100 which you're paying. So if you now times that by 1.15, which is a 15% increase, okay, so £86.96 times 1.15, that gives you, to the nearest penny, £100. Okay, to the nearest penny. Some of you might say, well, I don't like doing it by timesing by 1.15. Well, okay, take the £86.96, work out what 10% is, work out what 5% is, and add them together and add it on. Let's do it that way. So 10% of that would be 8.696. Share that by 2 to get 5%, 4.348. If you add the two together, here we go, 8.696 plus 4.348. Add the two together, gives you 13.044. Okay, and if I then add that to the 86.96 plus 86.96, and surprise, surprise, you end up with £100 to the nearest penny. Obviously there are slight, very slight approximations where you get more decimal places because I've approximated. But there you go, 86.96 is the price exclusive of VAT. And that is the fundamental principle involved in this. Now you might say, well, how would I spot it? And that's the hardest part once you've understood this basic idea, is looking at a question and spotting how do we use this technique. And when do I just work out 15% of £100 and take it off? And that's going to be dealt with in another video I'm going to do. But for this one here, the key to it is you're being asked for the exclusive price. Okay? Exclusive, without the VAT. And as soon as you see that, it's a key to working out by this method. Okay, so in the next video, what I'll do is I will set up very quickly some examples, and we'll go through them, and we'll perhaps do a mixture of examples of when we do it this way and when we do it the way that most people's gut instinct is to do it, and we'll practice it in another video. Okay, that's the end of this video.